The definitely not biased power rankings. The only power rankings in all of the internet admitting it is asinine, unintelligent, and based off of vibes and vibes alone, just like how the New York Jets play football. Welcome to Finned Up and the definitely not biased NFL power rankings. I am a stupid person. Let's get into it. Honorable mention to the Miami Dolphins. Hear me out. Hear me out.
Hear us out. Hear us out. Hear us out. Hear us out. Hear us out. Hear us out.
Tua's coming back. Number 10, the Cincinnati Bengals. I know having a team under 500 in my top 10 rankings is a crazy, wild thing to do, and if you have an issue with it, I'd like to direct your attention back to my introduction. But here's the thing about the Bengals. All of their losses this year are one-possession games against good teams, minus the New England Patriots. The Bengals offense is currently ranked 10th in scoring. Joe Burrow is currently playing some of the best football of his career right now with 14 touchdowns and 2 interceptions, and that defense is getting better and healthier as the season goes on. The Bengals might actually be a good football team. Number 9, the Buffalo Bills. Oh look. The Bills kicked the crap out of another bad football team to go to 5-2. I'm so surprised. Despite the Titans dominating the first half on Sunday, the Bills turned it on in the second half and they scored 34 unanswered points. New trade acquisition, wide receiver Amari Cooper fit right into that Buffalo Bills offense as he had his first touchdown on Sunday, and he should only improve in that offense as their season goes onward. The Bills are good and I hate it. Number 8, the Houston Texans. The Texans had their second loss of the season in a close one against the Green Bay Packers on Sunday, but they're still a very good football team and their season should get right back on track these next 2 weeks with their next 2 games against the Colts and the Jets. They can run the ball with Joe Mixon and their defense is still very good. The Texans are good and it should be an easy division title for them this year in the AFC South. Number 7, the Pittsburgh Steelers. Hand up. I was one of those people who questioned Mike Tomlin's decision to put in danger Russ Wilson over Justin Fields on Sunday in their game against the Jets. But after seeing the difference in the Pittsburgh Steelers offense with him in there, I get it. They scored 37 points against an elite Jets defense. Wide receiver George Pickens had 5 receptions for 111 yards and a touchdown, and it seemed like every single one of those catches was a ridiculous acrobatic catch that I had no idea how he made it happen. If the Steelers offense can perform close to this every single week, then the sky's the limit for Pittsburgh. Number 6, the Washington Commanders. The Red Scare kicked the crap out of the Carolina Panthers on Sunday, as they should have, despite rookie phenom Jaden Daniels going down with an apparent rib injury in the first half, which totally wasn't my fault. It would be a shame if Jaden Daniels happened to have a tragic injury and was never the same again. It wasn't my fault. Apparently Daniels' injury wasn't that serious and he could have returned to the game, but he didn't really need to because, you know, it's the Panthers. This was a good showing from the Commanders defense, holding the Panthers to only 7 points and forcing 2 interceptions out of Andy Dalton, and I'm curious to see if they can continue this next week against the Chicago Bears. Number 5, the Green Bay Packers. Jordan Love really is Brett Favre 2.0, and I absolutely love it. The man threw 2 of the worst interceptions I've ever seen in this game, and then he also threw 3 touchdowns, one of which was this incredible throw to tight end Tucker Kraft. The most impressive thing though about the Packers is the defense. They held a good Texans offense to under 200 yards in this game. Safety Xavier McKinney is making an argument for Defensive Player of the Year as he has 5 interceptions and a fumble recovery through the first 7 games of this season. Unfortunately for the Packers, they play in the NFC North, which is an absolute bloodbath. Number 4, the Baltimore Ravens. The Ravens mollywomped the Bucs on Monday night as Lamar Action Jackson threw 5 touchdowns and only had 5 incompletions on their way to a 41-31 victory over the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Mark Andrews is apparently alive again as he caught 2 of those touchdown passes, and Derrick Henry fits right into this Ravens offense as he is currently on pace to have 2,100 rushing yards as a 30-year-old in the NFL, which is beyond impressive. Ravens remain one of the best teams in the AFC, and I'm moving on. Number 3, the Minnesota Vikings. The Vikings finally got their first loss of the season coming off the bye against the Lions. This was a fun back and forth game where it looked like either team could really come out on top. The Vikings are still good though. They still have one of the best point differentials in the NFL, and they were a last-minute field goal away from going 6-0 on the year. Number 2, the Detroit Lions. Man Campbell and the Detroit Lions took those Motor City vibes up to America's Dairyland where they took on the aforementioned Minnesota Vikings and came out with a win. Jared Goff is playing out of his mind as he went 22 for 25 for 280 yards and 2 touchdowns against a very, very good Minnesota defense. Running back Jahmyr Gibbs had 15 carries for 116 yards, 2 touchdowns, including this 45-yard speedy run to the end zone. Without a doubt, the Lions are the best team in the NFC right now. Number 1, the Kansas City Chiefs. Coming back from the bye, the Kansas City Chiefs took down the San Francisco 49ers in Santa Clara on Sunday to remain the only undefeated team in the NFL. Patrick Mahomes didn't play particularly well in this game, but he did enough to win, and it didn't really matter because the Chiefs defense forced 3 interceptions out of San Francisco 49ers quarterback Brock Purdy, and if you get the other quarterback to throw 3 interceptions, then yeah, you're probably going to win that game. The Chiefs are still the best team in the NFL until proven otherwise, even though Patrick Mahomes does have a 6 to 8 touchdown interception ratio, but it doesn't matter. Their defense is incredible. That's the video. Thank you all so much for watching. If you like this one, be sure to check out some of my others, and I will see you Friday for a Thursday night recap. I love you all. Bye.